What's going on, guys? Gomer's here and we're back on another MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty video. So, as you guys are aware, I've made the brave choice to be no money spent this year. I know, it is quite cool, and you hardly hear people talk about it. They're closeted no money spent players. Joking, of course. Probably sooner find out that someone's no money spent than their name. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all are putting it on your Tinder bio. It's not that special, trust me. Anyway, it is the smart move, I will say. There's not a big need to spend external money on the game with tips like this. We're going over collections. We are rather in this video going to complete the American League East, and we are completely no money spent. Yes, did we get exorbitantly lucky with the Mike Trout pull? Yes, but that did not impact this whatsoever. He is not sold. All the stubs, we had about 550, took about 200,000, 250 to complete the AL East. From the bottom up, we did no money spent. So we're going to talk about how you guys can do this no money spent, some great tips, and how to make stubs. So leave a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one. Let's collect these bad boys. Let's get this 82 Darren O'Day, which no doubt is going to see approximately 0 innings on the mound for the big Gomers. I don't foresee him really being used too much. Kevin Youkilis, an alright card. Here's where we get into some bigger stuff, right? A couple diamonds locking in Gary Sanchez. And I will say, now is probably not the best time to do collections. I think it is imperative to note that I shouldn't be spending 300 stubs on a Shane Baz. I think he's going to have a good year. I also don't think Mike Zunino is exactly going to have a 2,500 stub year worthy at a 77 overall. So a lot of these cards, especially the Rays for some reason, are really jacked up in price. Probably because this Jose Alvarado is relatively decent, a pretty solid reliever, and they don't have any diamond cards, so they have to supplement the value in other places, of course. So we are going to get them right there. We locked in Vlad Jr. This one goes for a big chunk. A big chunk. This is our first 100K card that we did buy, and you know what? He is a good card, so he will get some value, and Tom Henke, you know, 85 hit per 9 is bang up, no doubt. That's going to really help us out in ranked seasons, but we're going to get this Mike Mussina, which I think is a fantastic card, a sinker cutter combo. He has really good accuracy. The only slight issue is, again, the hit per 9, although I'm guessing this card probably isn't going to be in my rotation much longer than like a month and a half tops. But that being said, let's go ahead and use a bunch of top cards to get this Mike Mussina, damn it. So there we go. He's added to the squad. Quite cool. We completed the AL East, and honestly, with how things are looking, we definitely can do the Central, and we get pretty damn close for completing the rest of the American League in order to get Frank Thomas. And once we get him, we're going to go up and get the legend that almost wasn't, Randy Johnson. You know, he got removed. He disappeared from the first trailer, just like the Twins disappear from the playoffs every fucking year they make it. But excited to get him eventually. So yeah, let's talk about some tips here, because things are a little bit different this year. Things are a little peculiar when it comes to the marketplace, because a lot of gold cards, the gaps aren't as sizable as you'd think, which makes flipping more difficult. The reason for that being is because quick sale values were adjusted for live series cards, or rather every card. So now an 80 overall gold card no longer sells at a base 1,000 because the quick sale value propels it upwards to that, and you couldn't even put it for lower on the marketplace. Now you got gold cards going for like 600 stubs. Lucas Giolito goes for 652. So things are different. Flipping is not nearly as viable. You can do it. You're just not going to earn as much profit as quickly as you would last year. Again, we're going to talk about the treasure trove that is ball player. We've talked about it a decent amount. That is how I completed all the Face of the Franchise program to this point. And I was lucky enough to get in before a lot of people did. So I was able to sell my Mike Trout for, I think, about 100K, whereas now he's going for 52. So he's already decreased by about 50% within the last like 36 hours or something. So I'm glad we did it at the time we did. But that being said, if you guys get these packs, you definitely want to sell them. That is very important. These cards are only going to decrease in value despite them being good cards. They are a 90 overall, but again, we're getting a headliner pack today. We're getting the Big Dog pack featuring Bobby Witt Jr. and approximately 7-8 more diamonds and another headliner on Friday. So in an event, we're going to have more than 10 new diamonds come this Friday. So we're going to get new cards. Eventually, those are going to fizzle out. However, they are really good still at this point. I wish I would not see another tutorial my entire damn life. I am tired of it. I don't get why I'm still seeing it. So this is another thing that we've talked about. The diamond equipment packs are very important. Yes, is my cap technically maxed out to his full potential? No, because he has gold equipment. But I am fine having him at the stats he is in order to sell this diamond equipment, which goes for, in lack of better term, a fuck ton. I sold the Griffey cleats for about 45,000 stubs, and if you get something like the legendary call, that's gonna net you even more. So equipment goes for a ton right now. Ball player, I know everybody's talking about it, and we're talking about it again right here, but it's kind of hard not to, right? It's just so effective, it's so efficient in its value of getting you both stubs, XP, and a great ball player. A few more things I want to say as far as collections, making stubs. Make sure and do stuff like these separate collections, AL throwbacks. You're going to get this. It's the show pack. It's nothing crazy. The stadiums, you're going to get the show pack for getting all the minor league stadiums, 5 for getting all the major league stadiums. It might not seem like a ton, but it is going to help out, right? It is going to give you something, and those packs are going to help you have a better chance of pulling something good, which in turn is going to get you stubs. That's everything that we're working towards, right? It's the stub potential. How do you maximize your time? Because no money spent, that's really what you have to do, because you're not funneling extra stubs. You have to make it yourself. So the ball player and just the program in and of itself is really what you're going for. The stubs are in the program. Everything else is external. I will say something like the events is a lot more viable to make stubs right now than ranked seasons. These cards aren't exactly good, I would say. The Dontra, Willis, Cal Ripken, and Jorge Posada, I would rather have almost any phase of the franchise card than one of those. I think they're all more worthy ranked cards. And the same thing goes for Battle Royale. Events. If you're looking to make stubs, complete collections, this is what you want to do. You want a nest egg. I told you, collecting isn't the most viable option right now because it's more expensive than it should be. So in order to get stubs in the future, invest, damn it. And these event cards are going to go up in price gradually because this Alfonso Soriano, come April 8th here in a few days, is going to cease to exist everywhere but the community market. So however many are earned, we're not going to see this card again in these big collections, especially this being a second half card, which is not nearly as often seen as like a rookie flashback or a Impact veteran, is going to have a lot of value. So this one, alongside the Nolan Ryan, Alfonso Soriano might even have more value. So if you do have a couple extra stubs right now, buy 2-3 Alfonso Sorianos. I also think the cover guys are going to go up in price now that the game is released to the masses. Xbox Game Pass players, let's see you in the comments section here. Things are starting to go in price a little bit. I've seen cards uptick. The cover cards are, I think, steadily around 40 to 35,000, some up to 40. Of course, guys like Miguel Cabrera, who's terrible. Kidding. He's okay. He finally hit a home run for me, damn it. It took too long, but he eventually got one over the wall. These cards are going for a good amount of stubs there as well, so I think that's a good investment. Look, a week from now, once all these Game Pass, once all these new players who didn't pre-order the game have enough stubs to get these cards, are able to, they are going to go up in price because the demand is going to be there. The quantity is not going to exceed what it is right now. Furthermore, a few other things with collections. You want to do this in a certain manner if you're going to collect these. I highly recommend do this at night right before you go to bed. Look at a guy like Miguel Cabrera. You can actually see on the show.com here, not that Miguel Cabrera is going to be the the breaking point for your collection here. You see the same price, but what you can find out is the marketplace trends, which is going to be more useful. Why am I even wasting my time? Let's look at it diamond, for fuck's sake. You know, that's a negligible amount of stubs for Miguel Cabrera. It was just a good linking point since we looked at him at the game. You can see how his price has trended, and you see cards are starting to go up in price here. 132 yesterday, he's up to 146. So that's plus 14,000. Again, the effect of more people getting the game that don't have stubs, so that's a higher demand, less quantity, because these guys aren't opening packs like everybody who pre-ordered the game did. So you can see the marketplace trends and find out when is a good time to buy these guys. So that goes for any player. Maybe, like in my case, I needed Vladimir Guerrero Jr., so let's see his marketplace trends. There's Gomer right there. Right before I bought him, I checked, and I got him for like 7K cheaper. So it might not seem like the end of the world, but this is a good thing to do. And furthermore, couple that in the fact that putting these buy orders in at night is so good because there's less people on, and you find that when you wake up, you're gonna get these orders filled. So just put in a buy order. I might even do something like this on Javier Baez, right? He's going for 4K. Maybe I think that's a little steep. I might undercut by a little bit to see if I get it. If I don't, I don't. Then I'll just pay the same price that he is right now. But that is something interesting. The market usually changes a decent bit at night just because, again, there's less people on the game. So somebody could easily buy through because not as many people are putting stuff on the market. So that's some big collection tips for no money spent if you guys are as well. Like I said, we completed the AL East, and we're probably going to be able to get the American League done relatively soon here. So hopefully this video did come of some aid. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are nobody spent, how far you guys are in collections, and how's the team looking, man, just in general. Are you guys having fun, enjoying MLB 22 to this point? We have a content update today. Make sure to subscribe, stay tuned for that one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes Saudi.